Hi, and welcome to your reading. I'm Katie VanZeeland, and this reading is for the week of May 10th through the 17th, 2020. And this week, the message that we're receiving um, is what I keep hearing, is your essence is at ease. Your true essence is at ease. And that's huge. If we can just remember that our truth, our true essence is at ease. So anything other than ease, which if you don't have anything other than ease, high five to you. That's awesome. But most of us have lots of other feelings besides ease, right? We have anxiety, we have pressure, we have expectations, we have anger, we have um, shame, guilt, or all the things, right? And all of those are not truth. All of those are not your true essence. And if those are your motivators, you are not moving through the world from your truth, from your essence, from your true essence. We keep hearing, find your authentic self, be your truth. And people are like, what does that even mean? I don't even know what that means. And right, we don't, because most of our lives and most of our past lives, and then even now we live life for a lot of other things and motivators, and we don't even know who we are. We don't know what our truth is. We're always doing based off of illusions, expectation, shame, guilt. I should, I have to. Um, and none of that is moving through this world from your truth, from your essence. Your true essence is at ease. What an awesome thing to start to hear and know, right? Like, what a good way to gauge. If you're not at ease, you are not living from your essence. And if you're thinking, well, sugar shacks, I'm hardly ever at ease. Well, yeah, that could be very true, right? Because if you look at our how you've lived life and how you've gotten to this point, it has been from mainly all these other factors. And if you have moved through life at any moment from a state of ease, I guarantee it's been very beautiful what you've created, the connections that maybe have happened in those states of ease. And maybe you can play with remembering or tapping into those moments where you felt ease. And for some of you, it might be really easy to come up with that. And then others of you, it might be like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. And that's okay. If you meditate on it, I guarantee you'll come up with something or some moment or um, something. But it's a feeling of ease, of just complete trust, relaxation, just ease. Your true essence is at ease. And so, knowing that, any other feeling beyond that is not true. It's not truth. You feel it. And so we're not disvaluing your feelings, but feelings come and go, right? And it's good to allow them to be there and let them move, but they're not the truth. They might guide you or give you some keys as to what's really off or what's really on, right? If you're feeling really uncomfortable, that's a huge sign, and it's a blessing to tell you something is not right. If you're feeling super anxious, something is not right. When you are at ease, you are living from your true essence. You are living from that truth. And that is awesome. Okay. Um, so the cool thing is, I did receive a couple things that we could play with this week, um, to maybe guide us into that ease or bring us into ease. Um, and I mean, if they don't, that's fine. But this is just, these are things that I was hearing, so I'm sharing. And one is balance, finding balance, finding balance in your thoughts, finding balance with where you're putting your energy. Finding balance can kind of take you out of this routine thing that you always do, because maybe you're finding something else that could potentially be um, opening different energies or putting you out of your comfort zone, um, whatever the case might be. But finding balance um, is going to be a way that you could play with building or raising the potential to coming into your state of ease. Okay. It might cause some like, oh, I'm used to doing this and I'm doing that. And you might have stories and anxieties, and that's okay. But I am hearing that finding some kind of balance will definitely be an aid in connecting with ease. Okay, and then the other one, I'm getting three now. I only had two to start, but now I got three. But we'll go back to the second thing I was hearing was communicating. Communicate um, directly with love and compassion, but also with truth. And for some of you, no, it's most people. Some people are really good at like vocalizing, but it's not always coming from a pure loving place. It's coming from like a dictatory, pushing, poor me, like all different ways. But this communication, and then some of you don't communicate at all. You never give yourself a voice. So this is totally different for everybody. It's you just meditate on communicating for you and how can you do it differently? How can you do it authentically? And how can you do it in a way that's supporting you, that's speaking what you need or what is um, gaining trust with yourself that you're going to communicate where you are at. Okay. And in a loving way, in a direct way, in a neutral way. Like you don't need to blame anyone to be able to communicate. You just know that you are worth communicating for. And we don't need to have someone right or wrong. It's just communicating. And I'm hearing that this balance and communicating directly, authentically, and with a neutral in a neutral space, but also speaking from your heart with what you need is another way to bring or cultivate or support your true essence. Okay, bring you to that state of ease. And then the one that I was just receiving is meditate. It feels like meditating is and meditating has so many different forms, right? It's not just sitting in it can be coloring, it can be walking, it can be seeing things and like getting out and seeing the trees and the flowers. um, there's all different ways to meditate. It can be sitting and just breathing, but the key will be to breathe. Our breath is life, and that's what gives us life. And until we aren't breathing, or physically aren't here, it connects our highest self, our spirit, our soul with our physical being. So it's that connection. So the breath is so important. So those three things are here to play with this week. And the bigger umbrella message is that we are coming into this state of ease. So if you're noticing that dreams and illusions and expectations are kind of falling away, that's awesome. Know that you're great, you're safe to just rest in your own essence. You will gain so much love and wisdom there and connection to all that you're seeking if you just get still and go within. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's pull a card from the crystal deck. One already fell out. I'm going to keep shuffling. Okay. We have blue kyanite. Oh my gosh, how perfect. Blue kyanite is so good for speaking, meditating, discovering our own inner genius in the journey. So it helps you explore unknown territories, which, some of us like, I don't even know who I am, or what does true essence even mean? Like, that's all unknown territories, right? I mean, it's very known because it's the only truth that will remain when all these other external shouldn'ts, I gotta push, I gotta do, I gotta blah, 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 those go away. That's all that there is left. So blue kyanite kind of helps support as we are going into this unknown, right? And it's great for meditating with, it helps with your spiritual journey, and it also helps with communication. So awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope is there anything else that I want to say with that? Discovery. Yeah, discovering our truth. So, yeah, yay. I hope you have an amazing week. And I look forward to connecting with each of you next week.